eToro's Jay Nemesis is one of, if not the most popular and well-known trader. Let's deep dive into Jay Nemesis. I'm going to try and make this video a bit shorter than the first deep dive video I did, as that was sort of trial and error. That was 30 minutes long, so I'm going to try and speed this one up. Let's have a look at Jay. So, Jay Nemesis, J. Edward Smith, he's a black star. He's elite pro. He's the highest that you can get. Now, in this video, if there's anything that confuses you or that you're uncertain about, for example, what is that star next to his name, little things like that that's associated with eToro that you might not understand unless you was an eToro trader and you knew the platform quite well. What I'd say is have a look at my Jazzy 128 deep dive video, because I've actually gone into a lot more details for my first deep dive video. I go over what the star means and a few other bits and bobs that's that's on those lines. I would say now, just before I get into it, that Jay Nemesis, let's have a look at. So as of 11th of January 2021, he is now copy blocked. So you can no longer copy him. So this video is kind of a homage, if you like, a memorial. Something for the hardcore fans, people that's copied him before and left him and sort of missing out now and can't get back in, or the people like myself who's currently copying him and is very happy copying him. And the copy block could be lifted, who knows, at some point. But right now you can't copy Jay. If you are currently copying, if you add money, you can't add the money to all the trades you got open. It sort of adds money on the side. So if he opens a new trade, it uses that money. So, he's reached 100 million AUM. And I think it was over, I don't know, it's there somewhere, but I think it was 30,000 investors and 100 million AUM. So eToro stepped in and says, look, we can't, you're blocked. No one can copy you now. So that's what this post is. So, okay, so Black Star, Elite Pro. Jay is 32 from Basingstoke, United Kingdom. He's a full-time eToro popular investor. Okay, cool. That's good to know. He's putting all his effort and time and passion into it. I wasn't 100% sure if he was a full-time eToro popular investor, but that's really good. Former professions, PC technician, professional gamer, esports. Cool, nice. Logistics coordinator, esports manager. Wow, brilliant. Interests: politics, environmentalism, economics, markets, ecosystems, crypto, finance, logistics, technology, futurology, esports, transport, renewables. Cool. Hobbies: gaming, ice hockey. Okay, so ice hockey is, in my mind, typically like an Americanized sport. There's not too much ice hockey in the UK. I know there is some, because back in the day, my friends used to do ice hockey quite a bit. But that's just very Americanized in my mind. So that's interesting. That's cool. Formula One, audiobooks, mainly learning more about my interests. Nice. Investing strategy: focus on interests, seek out innovation and disruption, use fundamental, technical, and sentimental analysis. Only trade what he believes in long term. Good. So there's some belief there, some passion. It's not just buy everything in quantity and not quality. He rarely uses leverage. Good. If you'd asked me in 2019, I would have been, oh, no, you need leverage. That's when I lost loads of money. So rarely uses leverage. Brilliant news. Times 2 at most. Good. He rarely shorts. Good. Because most of the time, things go long. You need to go up. The market generally goes up, so rarely shorts. Good. Mainly trades stocks and cryptos. Recommendations: $300 minimum copy, 2,000 recommended. I'm not sure what that's based on, but okay, we'll take that. Consider my risk and diversify your portfolio accordingly. Copy for 2 years plus for best benefits. Copy open trades. Cool. 433,000 followers. I'm sure Jay had a post recently that said he had 30,000 or 33,000 copiers. So if that is correct, so right here, 10 days ago, 31,000 with over 31,000 copiers. So more or less 31,000 in 10 days ago. And since he's announced the copy block, that's gonna, he mentioned it 10 days ago. So that gave people 10 days ago, so that's on the 4th. And he said on the 11th? Yeah, 11th. So he gave people 6 to 7 days saying, copy me now, or you probably never can again. And it looks like 15,000 people have come out the woodworks and copied him. That's insane. In 7 days, 16,000 copiers. I'm so glad I'm copying him. He's like a forbidden fruit now. You cannot have access to him. He is forbidden. But yeah, take if you are copying him, because obviously, at the moment you can't copy him. So I would say if you're planning to copy him, read these posts. But obviously you can't copy him. But I mean, there's some important updates here. 10 days ago, he's got his own FAQ. Quite a few little questions and answers here. And I believe, there's some more here as well on the post above it, the most recent post a day ago. To have a little read. There's some interesting stuff. He answers a lot of questions. Yeah, so 2017 here. That was when Bitcoin jumped through the roof. And then 2018 when it crashed. You see there's a very big difference between these two. Massive high here in 2017 and, to be frank, massive low in 2018. But since then, he has learned his lessons. He's wrote some posts. I think he does some streams and videos, and he did reference to this, saying he doesn't, crypto won't necessarily be his biggest trade portion size wise. And that he's just more careful with it. He doesn't put all his eggs in one basket because he doesn't want a repeat of this. So he's been more careful. He's grown as a trader. Minus 17% yearly drawdown, 46,000 copiers. Yeah. I mean, look at this. So it's all organic here. And then 7 days ago, he says, copy me now or you won't be able to copy me. Why is there a little dip off there? That's confusing. That's really confusing. It's going down a little bit just there at the top. But yeah, organic and then brilliant. 17% yearly drawdown, 3,087 total trades, 73% profitable, mostly stocks, 20% indices, 14% crypto, 8% ETFs, and 2% commodities. It's got a very diversified portfolio / history. 56.57 trades per week, 2.5 weeks average holding time, active since 2014, 65.45% profitable weeks. Okay, so his biggest trade is 5.69. His lowest trade is 0.53. Typically, he's staying in the $200 minimum range. So you should be able to copy him with $200. I would recommend 300 as he recommends. If not, then 250. But I mean, if you click into any of these, even Bitcoin, which has a very low buy price, 0.53. So he's trying to be affordable. He's trying to, his best to make sure it's $200 so as many people can copy him, which now is not really the case. So he needs to he could change that, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so let's compare Jay Nemesis to the NASDAQ. We'll start here in 2020, and we'll bleed over into where we are now, so 14th of January. So the NASDAQ is this blue mountain at the bottom, and Jay Nemesis is the green. So NASDAQ took a huge dip in March, April time, and Jay Nemesis took advantage of that. He didn't just have a straight line straight over, a horizontal line over. He went above and beyond. So he took that's brilliant. And then it seems ever since he's just majorly outperforming the NASDAQ. And then when it gets to around here, October, November time, it's just shooting off into space. He's doing really good compared to the NASDAQ. He's outperformed it every day last year in 2020. Absolutely insane. Brilliant. Okay, so the first point that we're basing Jay Nemesis on is social / informative. How often he posts, maybe how often he interacts with the comments, his copiers, his fellow traders. So let's have a look here. Okay, so one post here a day ago, 10 days ago, 22 days ago, a month ago, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, so he's nowhere near as frequent as Jazzy, who I deep dived in the previous video. He was posting every day, more or less every day, maybe once every 2 days, sometimes twice a day. So I gave him the highest score possible, more or less, which was a 9. There's always room for improvement in the social aspect, so I gave him a 9. For Jay, it seems like he's posting maybe 4 to 6 times every month. So on that, I'm giving Jay a 6 out of 10. So I was thinking initially a 4 out of 10, but because it's 4 times in a month, but that sounds super harsh. I mean, he is staying on top of it to a degree, 4 to 6 times in a month. So give Jay a 6. And just before you hardcore Jay Nemesis fans switch off the video now, this 6 is the lowest score for Jay Nemesis. I've already tallied up the points and I can see the rest are relatively high. So 6 is the lowest. So calm down, please calm down. I like Jay Nemesis just as much as you. I'd like to think. So social informative. Unfortunately, he gets a 6. Next one, statistics. Okay, and this is based on how I did it for Jazzy was, as he only had 9 months of data, I did it based on 9 months of data. So, for example, if he had 40% profit in 9 months, he would have got a 4 out of 10. If he had 90% profit out of 4 months, 90% profit out of 9 months, he would have got a 9 out of 10. That's how I did it for Jazzy. However, I did try that method with Jay, and it come to about 60%, which means the stats would be a 6 out of 10, which just doesn't feel right, and it doesn't sit right for everything that Jay's done. I mean, look at all this. Sure, you got a minus 53 there, but you got 340, a 75, a 40, and then the best year, in my opinion, was last year, 2020, 103%. So I think if they have a year of data, I think I'll go for the whole year rather than 9 months like I did for Jazzy. So which you would think, okay, that's we've got 103 for last year, so let's do 100, 10 out of 10. I mean, statistics, I want to be very careful by getting a 10 out of 10, like it has to be ridiculously high and consistent, I would think, maybe throughout all the years, over 100%. The consistency is not there, and 2020, as a lot of people know, it was a different type of year. Traders could take advantage of it a lot more. So I'm going to give Jay the benefit of the doubt with that in mind of what I just said and give him a 9 out of 10 for statistics. Next up is portfolio quantity. Now this is how many trades you have open, basically, in multiples of 5. So if Jay has only 5 trades open, he would get a 1 out of 10. If he has 60 trades open, he would get a 10 out of 10. So let's have a look at his portfolio. As you can see here, this number 50. He's got 50 trades. So according to my formula for the deep dive, that gives Jay Nemesis an 8 out of 10 for portfolio quantity. Risk management. So risk management is what his highest percentage traders. So let's have a look here. We'll go on his trades. Let me just make sure we've got the highest weighted trade at the top. So 5.69%. So if his highest invested was a 3%, then he'd get a 10 out of 10. Doing it in multiples of 3. So if he has a 6%, which he has got near enough, then that would be a 9 out of 10, which is what Jay's got. Risk management, 9 out of 10. Next one is drawdown. So Jay's yearly drawdown is minus 17.83%. Now I've reworked the drawdown a little bit since the last video. So if someone's got minus 30% drawdown for the year, that'll be considered a 5 out of 10. If it's minus 25% for the year, it will be a 6 out of 10. If it's minus 20% for the year, it will be a 7 out of 10. Minus 15% is an 8. Minus 10% is a 9. Minus 5% is a 10. So as Jay's got minus 17, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. So I'm rounding his 17.83 down to 15, which I think is fair in this case. Next up is affordability. So in this example, if Jay can be copied with the minimum $200, he'll be considered a 10 out of 10 for affordability. And then it will go up in multiples of $100 until it hits a $1,200 cap. $200 would be a 10 out of 10. $300 would be a 9 out of 10. $400 would be an 8 out of 10. It used to be 200. That was the minimum for Jay. He added a large amount of funds so that he can be the Black Star Elite Popular Investor, Elite Pro, which changed a few things. So his new minimum amount, he says, is $300. So with that, according to how I've done the deep dive, would give him a 9 out of 10. Okay. Finally, we'll go into trade frequency, which is how many trades they've done in a period of 3 months. The more trades, the better. So let's go into portfolio. We'll go into history. I've already set it to 3 months here. And as you can see, 481 trades. So if he had done 50 trades, he would have got a 5 out of 10. If he'd done 100 trades, which is the cap on my deep dive, he'd got a 10 out of 10. So according to this, if I could, he would get a 40 out of 10. So give him a full marks, a 10 out of 10 for trade frequency. So let's have a look back here. So let's have a look back on what we've gathered today. So a 6 out of 10 for social/informative, which is his lowest score. Statistics, 9 out of 10, very good. Portfolio quantity, 8 out of 10. Risk management, 9 out of 10. Drawdown, 8 out of 10. Affordability, 9 out of 10. And trade frequency, 10 out of 10. So overall, he's got very, very good high marks. It's only the social/informative side which has let him down a little bit, but 6 is still very respectable and very good. So yeah, Jay's done well. I'd expect nothing less. And hopefully we'll improve these numbers as time goes on. Hopefully Jay will, grow as a trader, grow as a person, learn from his mistakes, which I know he is doing every now and again from the posts that I've read. He's definitely come a long way since 3 years ago. In 2018, he's learned a lot of things. So onwards and upwards, very good things. Okay, well, I hope there aren't too many of you with fires and pitchforks coming after me. I gave him, as good a score as I could within reason, within the rules that I've set myself. And considering there are rules and sort of structures and guides to how I do my deep dive. I've got like a note system of how to do each one and calculate how to calculate each point. And there's only a little bit of wiggle room. I think he's done very well. I mean, I expect nothing less, really. I don't know why I doubted it. Really good. Okay, that does it. If you have any questions or comments on how I've got to these points or anything at all, just leave me a comment below. I always reply to comments. I mean, especially as I'm such a new, fresh YouTuber, I hardly get any comments. So leave a comment below, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Cheers.